Welcome, everybody, to Wrestling with the Week, a brutal rake along the back of the last 7 days. I am your host, James Holmes, joined, as always, by Scorpio Sky.
James! What a week.
What a week, indeed. You like that back rake reference?
Yeah, I liked it. Can you believe we are on episode 23 and we haven't been canceled yet?
I was going to say the shirt that we released, the not canceled yet t-shirt, is becoming more and more relevant. I'd say like in the first 5 episodes, we maybe jumped the gun on releasing that t-shirt, but having it now is really, this is like being on the winning side of a cryptocurrency. I honestly, I don't know that the shirt has that same investment value, but it's close at this point. So, but yeah, we have a, yeah, go ahead.
At this point, we've got to be hanging on by a thread. So,
oh my God. All right. So we're moving on. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, just sitting there, right? I was going to do a beautiful intro for the show, talk about everything we have coming up this week. We're going to be looking ahead on what's to come on Dynamite. Of course, we have an amazing guest. Murs is on the show this week. We're going to be playing an amazing game. I mean, there's a lot going on, but just a heads up, we're keeping this one tight. We're keeping this one real tight. And so I think we should just jump right into it. How do you feel, Sky?
Well, you know me, I love jumping right into it. I like getting right to the meat of it. So let's go.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Eric, how about you pop on out here right now? And let's jump right into this. Let's talk about Dynamite.
I'm ready to pop in, pop off.
You don't sound like you are.
Eric, how much are you missing SoCal on your second week back from your trip?
It is brutal. The weather out here, gnarly. No carne asada fries anywhere. I'm looking around, nothing. And it's like, what is, everything's barbecue. Everything's flour tortilla.
But they'll tell you Texas, we have Tex-Mex. Yeah. We got Tex-Mex.
That is what they tell you. They melt a bunch of cheese into a bowl, and they go, "This is queso," and you go, "This is melted cheese in a bowl," and they go,
"Wow,
yeah." Hey, they got Whataburger though. They got
Whataburger,
which is supposed to be better than In-N-Out here. But
yeah, that's insane. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Look, I think In-N-Out's a very good establishment. I think that Whataburger tastes like Jack in the Box. So
wow, you are just making enemies in your hometown. They're gonna come for you with pitchforks like they did Frankenstein's monster.
Jack in the Box is a fine Southern California establishment, so
I love Jack in the Box.
Yeah, because it's fantastic. 2 tacos for 99 cents. You kidding me?
Oh, the next level is you get you that late night munchie meal. You know what the munchie meal is?
Man, you are. Man, yeah, they put everything in that box. I love that. That's what they leaned into. Jack in the Box just went, look, we know what you're doing. We know what this is.
I just want to recall back just a moments ago when I told our audience we were keeping this one tight.
Oh, that's right. Right. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. I think the problem is Sky's lamenting the food because I think he's been on very strict diet and then eating too many meals, but they're all not Jack in the Box tacos or munchie meals. So it's tough. That's tough, man.
I miss it.
Stuff. Sad. We're both in that cut phase. But
Eric, go. Okay. Eric, you got to talk about Dynamite.
This is going to be AEW's first time on the road. So long. So glad they're going to be back. However, this match is going to be crazy. Cody Rhodes, new father, will be facing off against the Apple Man himself, QT Marshall. In a South Beach strap match. I believe that these two will be strapped together at their wrists, and then I assume they'll be using the strap to whip each other really hard, but I don't know. So there's a lot of question marks that I have here. Is South Beach the home of straps? I'm not sure. James, I want to start with you. Who do you think it's going to be in this South Beach strap match?
I just want to clarify something about the rules real quick, because I think you're correct about what a strap match is, but there has to be some sort of unique twist to make it a South Beach strap match. And I've heard, theoretically, I've heard that what it is that both competitors will be wearing Speedos and roller skates.
What?
Yeah, which I think is going to add just a definite variability to this competition. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm going to have to go with the man who's got something to lose now. He has a child. Okay. beautiful child at home. And so I'm going to go Cody Rhodes is going to take this one. It's going to be as easy as pie for him, I think.
First off, I am so glad you guys explained the rules because I had no idea what the South Beach strap match. Like, I know a lot of guys down there in South Beach are real, right? Real dudes. So I thought it meant they were going to show up like strapped, and then they were going to be like the Wild West and stand back to back and then walk 10 feet and turn around. And like, you know, whoever's quickest to the draw. So like, I was scared. I was like, I'm leaving the building during that match. But
Queen's guy would have been there.
For pro wrestling, that makes a lot more sense. Gosh, QT Marshall or Cody, man, it's hard to bet against Cody. You know, I got to go with Cody, man. Cody, he's the American nightmare. He's the son of a plumber. You know what I mean? Like, he's got this. I'm going with Cody.
Listen, guys, the road, whatever happens, Road Rager on the road on the 7th is going to be insane. It's going to be a rowdy show. South Beach is going to be a rowdy place. It's going to be going crazy. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going QT Marshall.
Wow.
I know I don't get choices here, but I got to go against the grain on this one. The factory backing him up. I just don't trust that QT goes in there and he goes, we're strapped together and I'm clearly going to not cheat at this. I think there's going to be lots of cheating from the Sopranos Apple Man. It's going to be tough, but I also have a soft spot in my heart. I love QT Marshall. Remember when he bought that Corvette that one time? That was the best. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, guys, we're trying to keep it tight. So
let's keep it tight.
We don't have more Dynamite we have to talk about. It's just you guys now. It's just you guys. You guys go. Take it. Take it.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
All right. Go away. Get off the screen.
Thank you, Eric.
Whew. Yeesh. God. Wow. Anyways.
Yeah.
James.
Yes.
I was kind of wondering something.
What were you wondering, Sky?
What it do, baby? Yeah. So much going on. I know we're kind of like slightly done talking about Dynamite, but I do need to say this one last thing because it does fall under what it do. Is I am so excited to get back on the road. Like, you have no idea. Nothing against Jacksonville, other than the fact that it sucks. But to get back to Miami, and then we're going to Texas. There's been dates that are getting announced. We're going to New York. Like, things are going back to normal, man. Like, I'm going places. I don't always have to have my mask. Like, how does it feel, man? Are you still masking up every single place you go, or are you taking some chances?
If I'm going to anything that is like a large convergence of people, like if I'm going, I went to downtown LA this past weekend and I had my mask on the whole time. But if I'm going for a walk around my neighborhood, no, I don't wear a mask. I will still social distance and make sure that no one feels uncomfortable, because obviously you don't know who is fully vaccinated and who isn't. And I wouldn't want someone to feel uncomfortable walking near me or anything like that. So still practicing social distancing. But if I go to some place like that, I do wear a mask. I do think it is exciting, the prospect of being able to travel again, though. That's something I'm excited for. So like being able to move around. I'm curious for you, like obviously you've been going back and forth to Jacksonville. That's just like, feels like a weird commute, but going on the road, that's a whole different beast. And so,
I'm excited for it, but
great.
Going back to what you're saying, I that's kind of what I mean. We're in the sense of like, I can take a walk in my neighborhood now and not have to feel like I have to have my mask all the time. What I usually do, because I love taking walks, and I'll carry my mask with me. But just to be able to take a walk and not have to wear that is nice. And it's just I went to my local bar that I like to hang out with, just a very small little pub, and they are distancing, but it's nice to kind of go in there, and I don't have to like be so like crazy about every moment that I'm not by myself eating or having a drink, having that on. But going back to what you're saying, going back on the road, I will tell you this. People are traveling. It was a drastic switch in the span of like a week or two where, we were still under pandemic travel, where things were kind of normal or tame, not normal, I guess, but tame. And all of a sudden it was just like, oh, wow, everyone's at the airport. it's it's crazier than it's like ever been. I mean, people. I went to go to a store to buy a roller bag. I just needed a new roller bag, and there were 0 roller bags at the store I went to. Like, people are out and traveling, which is good, man. I'm happy for them.
Yeah. I just hope they're doing it. I hope everyone's doing it the right way, because I know. Obviously, you and I are based out of California, which is a high vaccination adoption rate, and I know it's not universal across all of the country we live in, and I know other countries are dealing with still a lot of issues. So I just hope everyone maintains safe and proper things. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but we are not out of the woods 100%. I want to ask you something real quick. Speaking of masks, we've talked about Batman. We talked about Michael Keaton in Batman. We also talked about Batman in some other contexts. But I was just curious. It kind of it's being implied this weekend that Tobey Maguire, I don't know how big a fan you are of those Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. Tobey Maguire is Peter Parker, but seems to be the consensus that Tobey Maguire will be returning, reprising his role as Peter Parker in an upcoming Spider-Man film, some sort of interdimensional. I know you're really excited about Michael Keaton. So how do you feel about Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
I mean, I'm less excited than I was for Michael Keaton, but I'm into that. I like Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker. I think that would be fun. Now, is this? You said this is some something yada or other. Does that mean there's going to be multiple Spider-Mans, or is it just his movie? Is it him, or is this part of someone else's movie? Or
I feel like it's probably going to be focused on Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it seems to be implied that there will be, like, Andrew Garfield will probably be in it. Like, who knows? They might be pulling stuff from a bunch of different places. So it's interesting. I want to know how long until we get our Val Kilmer and our George Clooney Batman on the same screen. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know if we need that.
Straight to VHS.
I heard someone talking the other day, and I would like to ask you this question. This is also going back to Batman. Who was the worst Batman, in your opinion?
The worst Batman? Huh.
You always talk about the best, but let's talk about the worst. Yeah, we always talk about.
It's tough because I do think that some people were good, and I feel like Christian Bale was a really good Bruce Wayne. But I don't know that he was as amazing as a Batman. It's tough. I don't know. It's really tough. I'll say I'm going to say George Clooney, I guess, just for the sake of things, just for the sake of conversation. Yeah,
I would agree with you. Either George Clooney. I would say George Clooney, Val Kilmer would be number 2. But that's. And if anyone put Adam West on that list, I would be upset. I would be very upset. Yes.
He's great. It's a definitely different take on Batman, but it's pretty good. Sky, still? I know NBA playoffs are still going on, right? What are your thoughts? How are things going?
They're going. My Lakers, I'm looking forward to the offseason. I want to see what changes we make. And that's all I want to say about the playoffs. The playoffs have been insanely entertaining, though. The games have been great. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying that we're going to get an unexpected new NBA champion this year. It's not going to be one of the favorites or the people that were picked to win in the beginning. And so it's been unpredictable and very, very exciting. And so maybe next year I can get you to buy in on my Lakers, and as we rebuild and try to get back to the finish line.
You told me this was the year. You said this is the year, and so now I don't know if I can ever trust you.
No, because this was the year, because we lost in the first round. So you wouldn't have been a bandwagon guy. You would have jumped on a crashing ship. And guess what happens when you jump on a crashing ship? You get to be on that same ship when it becomes a phoenix and rises from the ashes.
Listen, I don't cheer for losers, and I don't host podcasts with losers either. Okay, so that's I pick my podcast co-host the same way I pick my teams. You know that.
All right, we're going to get you on the Lakers one way or another. Okay. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on. I'm so excited for today's guest. So let's jump right into it. The run-in. I'm so excited about today's guest. He truly is a legend in the game. And he's got a new album out. It's called Love and Rockets Volume 2. Please welcome Murs to the show.
Yo.
Hey, man.
What's up, man? I've been trying not to fan out, but thank you for having me, man. It's really an honor to see you virtually.
No, man, thank you so much for being on the show. Like I'm very excited we were able to like get this timing lined up and get you on here. This is a big get for us, so I'm excited to talk to you. Really excited to talk about this album. I've heard it. You were gracious enough to send me a copy, and thank you so much for that. And I love it. Murs and Retrograde. I was rapping it on my Instagram story. Like, it's just a certified banger, man. Like, I'm so excited. So tell us about the album, man.
The album was produced by DJ Fresh from the Bay Area. And man, it was just me staying out of trouble on tour and kind of recording after the shows with Fresh, having some whiskey and beer. And man, just for a lot of my career, just haven't really been as clear as I've been this past, or that year. It was the year before all this nonsense when I thought I had a job. I thought I was going to be touring for the rest of my life and things like that. And it was the last thing I wrote before we all jumped off the edge. But I feel like it's my best album to date. I feel like I've been practicing and getting better. And I think it's for free everywhere, merchraps.com. But I sent you one because you're someone that I admire greatly, and I always want to show my best work. I've never sent out an album like this before because I've never felt as strongly about an album as I do this one.
I just want to jump in real quick because, man, it's wild to think, just you hearing you talk that way about like the stuff that you're making and the things that you're creating. And I mean, you've been in this game for a while. Like, you've been doing this for a while, and I'm not trying to date you or anything, but it's just a matter of your experience and your wisdom, like, in this field. And it's so impressive to me that like you're coming out and you're like, I had a clear head and I feel like this is some of my best stuff. Obviously, you always want to be making better things, but like, just that clarity is like, how much has that played into this album and like the kind of stuff that you're creating today so deep into your career?
Man, I've always been trying to learn, and recently I started a program called Groundways, which goes to underserved communities like Fort Collins, Colorado, or Northwest Arkansas, where they don't have a huge hip hop scene. I've been doing open mics and then doing mentoring sessions with the kids the following day, and that just helping them get better makes me see how far I have to go, and I even learned from some of them. So coming back to record my own album, I was inspired, and I also know that I have MCs now that are watching me. I'm their teacher, so I can't afford to slack. So, and my sons, like I have three sons, and I'm realizing now that what I make lives forever. And I want to speak to my sons directly. And I won't say I've been inauthentic in the past, but I wanted to be sure to be clear from here on out, because this is going to live forever, and my boys are going to listen to this and be like, yo, what did my dad do? And I want them to know that their dad was, for me, I want to be one of the best that ever did it, not sales wise, not whatever, but, and in most circles, people will say, they won't say I'm garbage, and that, I'll take that. I can't compare to the plaques and awards, but I'm one of those guys, and I want to solidify that place.
Yeah, nobody's going to say you're garbage. I mean, when it comes to just credibility in general, like you're a name that comes up and it's universally respected amongst anyone that loves rap music or music in general. I mean, you have a catalog that speaks for itself. But I want to talk about, you've said it a few times now, that you were clear at the time that you were doing this album. And so I want to know what kind of process did it take to get you to where you needed to be to record this album, and the process that you went through while recording it. What made you so clear, and how did this differ so much from your previous work?
Man, that's wow. I mean, yeah, you guys are good at this, man. I don't get to listen.
Keep it light and breezy with this interview, but I guess we are. I just think it's super interesting. It's super compelling. So,
man, well, yeah, man. God, 5 years ago. Yeah, 5-6 years ago, I got a divorce, and then after that, we had a lot of personal tragedies, just like one after the other, and I ended up moving back to LA. I had basically escaped to Tucson, started raising a family. Like, I was out of this whole rap scene. I was like, I'm over it. I just want to raise kids. And yeah, I got remarried. And then I thought I was out of the hole as far as divorce, and being separated from my oldest son kind of hurt. And then life kicked me in the nuts again. And we got back up. And I was saying, like, I know Sky can probably relate. When you get your bell rung really hard and then you get up and you get back on your feet, like, clarity, like, okay, you don't really know what it's all about. I guess millionaires say you can't be a real millionaire till you lost your first million. And that's kind of how I felt. But with shit that matters, money doesn't really matter to me like that. But like, I lost everything, and it was just like, okay, from rock bottom, here is, what do I want to do now? And who am I? And being back in LA is so intrinsic to who I am. And I had toured for so long that I had not been connected with that in a real way in a while. And now I'm, living in Inglewood in my community. And it's just like, yo, I'm just going to talk how I talk, and I'm going to rap how I rap. Like, a lot of my early rap, a lot of rappers go full gangster and like celebrate this whole lifestyle in order to make money. And I kind of did the opposite, but I was still playing a character. Like, I got with Atmosphere and like this whole alternative rap scene, and kind of just, I just neglected to really get into my core of like, being part of the Black community and having, gangster influences, and like all that is me. But I tried to just paint a more skateboarding, comic books type of alternative rap lifestyle, just because that was where the check was coming from. And it was a good check, and it was fun. And I was seeing new things, and I got really obsessed with traveling and meeting new people, going on Warped Tour, like, saved my life and changed my mind. That summer was really pivotal in my upbringing. So when I got back here, I was just like, fuck it, man. Like, I just gotta be 100% me. And if my fans, my backpack alternative rap fans can't get with that, that's fine. And as far as, like, Black people, they've always thought I was weird and quirky. So I've always been at odds with my community, so to speak. And I'm comfortable being the odd man out within the whole. Yeah.
We're gonna have some fun now. I hope
let's loosen things up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's loosen things up. Let's bring Eric in. It's game time, baby.
I'm getting loose. I'm getting loose. I'm ready. All right, guys.
Okay.
Prepared. Lisa's
I feel a goal coming. I feel it.
What? All right. Come on. All right. Okay, I see how it is. All right, fine. Guys, here's the thing. I'm very, very rich. I'm a very rich man. What I do is I go on eBay. I go on eBay and I try to buy very cool, expensive things. There's stuff that people outbid me on. Can you believe that? I can't. Anyway, guys, here's some stuff that I found on eBay, and I need you to tell me how much somebody bought it for, because I didn't. So here's our first item. Are you prepared to play a game of What It Baby? You like that?
That was way better than last week. Way better than last week.
Okay, come on. All right, guys, our first item. It's Air from Kanye West on the Yeezus tour. How much
Why do I feel like we did this? Didn't we do this?
How much did someone pay for this Ziploc bag of Air from the Yeezus tour? Tell me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll jump in on this first. I'll set the pace for this one. I'm gonna go $30,000.
$30,000 from James Willems. Sky can't believe that.
Murs, you want to go next?
Somebody bought this. This is a sold item.
Somebody bought it. It's a sold item. Somebody bought this.
$25.
$25. We are running the gamut here. $30,000 and $5.
I'm going to fall somewhere in the middle at $100.
$100. That's somewhere in the middle. It's definitely on the low end of the middle.
Anywhere in the middle.
Actual price that somebody paid for the Kanye West Air from the Yeezus tour, $64,000.
Woo!
We got it.
James Willems.
Steal. Yeah.
You win 1 point. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
This
People
is the
have
celebrity
too much
version
money,
of this.
man.
Yes, they do. Me especially, because
credit.
I can't buy any of
PayPal.
these things, man.
10 easy payments.
It's easy.
Right.
So here's the.
How do you authenticate the Air?
How do you authenticate the Air?
How much did someone pay for Justin Timberlake's uneaten French toast?
Hold on. Is it on a NSYNC like tablecloth or something?
Well, it's on a poster. That on the right is Chris Kirkpatrick, and he's going, is that French toast? It's from Justin Timberlake.
You're going to finish that? You want me to go first again? Should I set this pace? Or does anyone else want to jump in?
Gone.
Oh, God.
It's a bad joke.
Go ahead and set the pace, James Willems.
This is something physical, not like air.
Correct.
And I imagine this is verified. He didn't eat much.
No.
I don't think Justin Timberlake has the value that Kanye has in this context. So I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to say $12,000.
$12,000. Murs can't believe it, but Murs, what do you think somebody paid for Justin Timberlake's? This is not Timbaland's French toast. This is Justin Timberlake's French toast.
Timberlake.
Who?
I think the level of disrespect for JT here is really high. James obviously hasn't seen the Trolls films.
That's neither one nor two.
I hate the JT slander, so I'm going to go high.
Do it
at $100K.
$100,000. Scorpio.
There's
Sky.
DNA there.
There's DNA. It's true.
I was gonna say $100,000, but I don't want to mirror you, so I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm going to say $75,000.
$75,000.
Big numbers, guys. Big numbers.
Yep. Unfortunately, a little too big. Yep. Unfortunately, a little too big. $1,025 for Justin Timberlake's French toast.
They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay $64,000 for
$64,000.
Kanye West concert.
The bag,
but they're only
is labeled though.
What was the price again?
Nobody wrote anything on this.
$1,000 for
$1,025.
Justin Timberlake. This is crazy.
It's presentation, guys. It's presentation. If they had taken this French toast, they put it in a bag and then written with Sharpie Justin Timberlake's French toast, I think on eBay it would have gone better. The styrofoam plate here, Chris Kirkpatrick off to the side, like that's not how you sell an item. This ain't
right. They should have listed. They should have wrote on the description. He was going to finish this, but he had to go buy.
Okay, all right. We gotta go, Eric.
There's one more item.
Give me one more.
It's air from Kobe Bryant's final game. This one,
Sky bought this. Sky bought this.
Did Sky buy this? Is this a Sky buy?
He owns this. This is not disqualified. He bought this.
This isn't fair.
Okay, wait. When was this sold?
Yes, this is in 2016. This was not recent. No, this is back in 2016.
It'd be worth more now.
It would be worth a lot more now. But it's not. It's worth $2016. So, hey, you know what? Sky, I want you to lead us off. How much do you think you would have paid for this?
I am going to go with $24,000 because
I like that.
You know,
yep, I like it. I like it. That's good. Murs,
man, $43K.
Ooh, okay. I like it. I like it.
So
James,
I'm just going to jump in real quick. Here's my logic. We saw how much Kanye's air was worth. Okay, but that was just from any concert. This is Kobe's air from his last game. Significance amplified. Okay, so that's a multiplier. So I'm gonna go high. I'm gonna say $105,000 for this bag.
$105,000 from air from Kobe Bryant's last game. Actual price paid for this bag of air from Kobe Bryant's last game. $15,000. That's right.
We all went too
all
high.
Significantly over. When you went 24, I went, should have done the 8.
Yep.
But that's how we play. That's how we play the game. Hey, James, you won this very special game of What Did He, baby?
It's a
and
curse.
then it goes away. Okay, guys.
It's not a gift.
All right.
It's a curse. Murs, thank you so much for coming on. Yeah.
Thank you. James, your eyes are way bluer than they sound on the podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Stare right into your soul.
Yeah, that's how you can see these prices.
Make sure you guys all Follow him on Instagram, Murs316. Twitter, same, right? We'll get it on
Twitter
the graphic.
Yeah, Twitter is just
Murs316. Oh, just Murs. Okay.
Just
Murs. Look for the verified badge. You know he's verified. Make sure you guys check out Love and Rockets Volume 2. It's hot. It's fire. Again, thank you so much for being on this show and doing what you do and leading people like me, again, to that safe space where we feel like we could be ourselves and just live our lives and not be judged for it.
Thank you, Wrestling with the Week. One of the few podcasts I get a chance to listen to when you guys aren't spoiling Cobra Kai or Loki for me. I am listening.
Thank you so much, Murs. We'd love to have you back. Honestly, we'd love to have you back anytime.
Yeah, I'll do something of merit to come back. Maybe, hit someone with the chair, hit Miro with the chair, get my man the strap, and then I'll earn my space back. That's when I'll feel right sitting, when I bring something to the table of significance.
Love it. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
man.
Good job.
What an awesome interview. Thank you so much, Murs, for coming on the show. And as always, if you listen to the audio version, you're going to get so much more. So make sure to check that out when you get a chance. Sky, what else do we want this episode tight? What else do we have for this show?
We are up against the wall. We have to get out of here. But before there's just enough time, I want to know what's going on with my co-host, my buddy. Let's get into 15 seconds with James. My favorite seconds. So let's get James on the screen. Let's get the clock going. Let's cue it up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it.
Wait for the clock. And okay, so I've gotten to a pool, summertime pool, for one of the first times in a long time. It felt real good. And so my wife, she bought this. It's 2 floaties, and you can put one floaty behind your head, and it has a little net that goes underneath to go underneath your knees.
And that's all the time we have. We only have 15 seconds. It's a tight show. I'm so sorry.
It's a tight show. Listen, I get it. We got to keep it tight.
Yeah, got to keep it tight. Let's bring Eric back. You know what time it is.
Mm-hmm. Guys, it's time. It's time for my favorite part of the show, because it's the end of the show. The finish. Watch this. Every time. I'm so good at that.
Look at the referee.
As always, don't forget to follow at WWTW Pod on Instagram, on Twitter. That's where you get all the new information. But you can also follow at Scorpio Sky, follow at James Willems, Instagram, Twitter. It is what it is. Guys, you see it every week, and that's what it's all about. But we are back on the road. I'm saying we like I'm going on the road. I'm simply not. AEW is. One word, your excitement. AEW getting back on the road. James, I'm going to start with you. One word.
Jet setting.
Oh, beautiful. Hyphenated. I like it. Sky, one word. Excitement about getting back on the road again.
I'm going to quote the great Dwayne Johnson. Finally.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and we will see you next week on Wrestling with a Week. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Just stop. From the bottom to the top, gotta push through it all. You the one, do it all. You the one, do it all.